Hi everybody. You have no idea how happy I am that you showed up. Really. I mean, so welcome back to our second session of the Arabic language workshop. And today we have more time than we did last time. That means we need to work more. Do you have any questions before we start about last session? We're going to do a quick review for what we have taken last time. And okay, I think we are going to start by anybody you doing your homework. Did you guys write? Practice writing?
Yes.
Does anyone want me to see your writing? No. Okay. If you need help, if you think you're not doing good in writing, you can come to me. We are going to review these letters that we have taken last time. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the first letter right here? Okay. This one? Ba. This one? This one? Good. This one? This one? Not kha. No. Ha. If you hear kha, that is wrong. That's the one next to it is kha. Hey, Mark is not here with me today. He would have explained that better. But this is ha. So ha is like an H sound, just heavier. From your throat, no nasal sound, no kha. Yeah. This one, however, this one, the one next to it is kha. And yeah, let's go. There are only four more. This one is ra. This one lam. And this one, last one, ha. Yes. And you see it's like a circle, and we saw it in the other page as two bigger circles. That's just a different shape of the ha, and we will get to that today. Now, you also should know that these are the names of the letters, and they sound the way the first letter of the name sounds. Like ba sounds b, b, okay, and jim sounds j, j, and so forth. Let me try if this works. Now, ha has this side, which is like a circle, or two circles this way, the same way we showed the last time. It is not now where I'm going to explain all of these, but if you remember, we tried some words like bab. Remember bab? So what does bab mean? Door. Door, yes. And how did we write it? Just get this. So I remember we were writing bab as this is ba, and then alif, and then ba again, right? But one of the characteristics for Arabic language that it is cursive. So in the first session I only showed you the letters disconnected. We just throw these letters out, ba, alif, ba, and we did not connect them together. There is a way to connect the Arabic letters together. We have a common rule that we can use, and there are some exceptions, of course. There's always exceptions for any rule. This one, for example, the way I would write bab, connected, we want to take the first part of the letter. We want to keep that. So ba here, we're going to cut it in half and keep the dot. All right? And then we extend that bar. So, but that is just too long. I mean, it is just to show you how it looks. But really it will be looking like this. So the second half, as you see here, I don't know if you see, but the second part of ba is gone. The first part of the letter is really what tells you what the letter is normally. Okay? The second part of the letter, it is just to make it look fancy. You know? Because you don't want to, I mean, I think whoever created those letters, they don't want you to do this for ba and stop here. So the ending, curved ending, looks nice. Or for example, jim like this, right? So they don't want you to do, well, the first part is this one, no belly, and just like that. So the second part of the letter that you can truncate, take it off, and you keep the first part. That's how you connect things together. And normally there is a bar, like a little dash, before and after the letter, to connect from the with the previous letter and with the incoming letter after that. We will talk about this a lot. So let us try some of those. We already did bab. There are only 6 letters that, I mean, the general rule that all letters connect right or left. So you can connect all of the letters right or left. The exception, there are 6 letters out of the 28 that would connect to the right, but they will not connect to the left. So if they happen to be in a word, once they become there, we need to stop and take the pen out and go to the next. We can't connect to the next one. 6 letters. Those letters are I will give you those letters shortly because some of them you haven't taken yet. So, but it's good that you know that rule, and you already probably figured out that alif is one of them because we did not connect it with the ba. Now that connection and connecting and disconnecting letters, it makes some letters stand alone by themselves. And in the word, if the letter stands alone, it looks like its original shape, the whole shape. And if it is at the end, it also looks like the whole shape. So now we taught you some letters, and all these letters, none of them is vowel. I mean, sometimes you hear the vowel sound and you wonder, that was your question, Chris. Mm-hmm. You wonder how do we write the vowels and what are they? So how many vowels do we have in Arabic? Any idea? We have 3 vowels. We call them the major ones, or we call them the long vowels, 3. And those vowels are a, which is what? Alif. Now the new letter, you know alif, but the new letter is u, which is wow. You know, like the way you would say wow. So that is wow. And e. Yes, that is ya. So if you, I don't know if you want to imagine, there's wave or something going up, that's alif. When you make an upper sound, that's alif. E, on the other hand, is down. That's ya. Oo is straight. So if you imagine there's an air coming out of your mouth like ah, oo, e, you would think this way. So let me write them down and explain a little bit about those vowels. So if we are going up like that, that will be what? That will be alif, right? We're going straight. That will be wow. That's how we write wow. And I will show you on the screen shortly. And then if we're going down, that will be E. And this one looks funny, like a duck. It does, you know, and the two dots at the bottom, right? So that is ya, the letter called ya. And E, see, ya, the first letter in that word is what? E. Yeah, what you hear, the first thing you hear from the name of the letter is E. You go E, that means yeah. And here, ooh, wow, exactly. Alif. These are the, what we call them, the not the major, actually the long vowels. Okay. And as far as writing the words with letters, connecting them together, these are the only vowels we are going to write in any word. There are no other vowels, but there is an additional notations for movements, we call it, to tune, you know, the vowel sound that you hear. So these are three more letters, and the other three letters I would like also you to learn. This one is dal, and this, can you guess what that sound could make? D, like D in English, right? Dal, and this is dal. Now the one after dal is zal. It sounds so close, but it is like the TH in that. Not TH in theater, they call it what, upper and lower. But yeah, and so this will be exactly the same thing. It will be written the same way dal would, except there is a dot on here. And remember this letter, what is it? Ra. If you put a dot there, it will be zai. Zai, and that sound is Z, like the Z in English. These are the only letters I want to give you today, by the way. So now we are just going to work on these and do the rest next week. But now we need to work on these and make sure we know how to write. And what are the letters that do not connect to the left. All right, so let's do, let me see. Oh, stop. That's one way to do it. Okay, so now you can see these letters. The alif, this is this one, which is a vowel. And then I picked this one all the way at the bottom. What is this one? Wow, yes. So that's how it sounds. Wow. Okay. And this one, the duck. So yeah, I hear yeah. 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 Okay, and now going back to the second line, this is, make up your mind, which one? Dal. Dal. And it sounds d. Okay? And the same thing, dal here, only having a dot on it. So this is dal. Dal, yes. And we knew ra, right? And this one is Zai. Again, this is the whole name of the letter. Z. This is how it sounds. Okay? Good. Remember which one? I didn't have a picture of it. But for each letter, now we're starting the serious thing now. In each letter we have 3 locations or 3 possibility for each letter, where depending on its location in the word. So the letter is either to be at the beginning of the word, any letter, right? Or somewhere in the middle, or at the end. Okay? Now, if the letter is at the end or alone, we write it the full shape. Okay? So let me erase this. So let us say the letter ba. Everyone knows the letter ba. Okay? Ba. This is the letter ba, right? So if it's by itself, that's how it looks like. Ba. If it is connected to something, to any other letter before it, it will be also the same way, except, remember that little bar? Just a hand, an extension to connect it to the second one. I mean to the previous letter. Now, if it is at the beginning, we cut this off right here, and we do ba. Right? And do we expect any bar or extension from here? No. We don't, because there's no previous letters. So it starts like that. In the middle, it will be the same thing as it would be at the beginning, except the little extension, connecting it back to what was before. So these are the 3 shapes of ba. At the beginning, in the middle, at the end connected, at the end or by itself not connected or disconnected. Right?
Could you write it like it's in the middle? Like, what would the motion actually look like when you do that? Do you draw the line and then the thing?
I will do that in a moment. Yeah, but I want to do another letter. Now, am I losing my eraser? I have no idea. Where did I go with it? That's right. But there's, it's behind it. Okay. So, and that was ba, right? Over here. Now we're talking about this letter. So, automatically you can say that ta and tha work the same way, right? The only difference is the number of dots. And so 2 dots for ta, 3 dots for tha. So if it rhymes, so it's easy to remember. 2 for ta, 3 for tha, and 1 for ba, of course. this one here, Jim, again, at the beginning, at the end. So Jim by itself is like that. So how do we expect it to be at the end by itself? Like that. At the end, connected, we connect it from here. In fact, we can also connect it from here. Yeah. So it will be sitting on the connection right there. Okay? Now, what do we do with the Jim to write it at the beginning or in the middle? We cut it off like that. So Jim at the beginning. Of course, we add a little extension to it, horizontal, just to make sure that it is connectable to the next letter, right? And here again, Jim, but with extension. And this, just handwriting, it could be just a little bar to connect from the previous one. And that goes for Jim, Ha, and Kha. So the concept is, you need to take the second part, or the last part of the letter off, and so this is what identifies the letter, the first part of it, in general. And we connect it at the end, say it the same way, at the beginning, in the middle, just a little bar to connect it. And you literally connect it, just connect the line. That's it. And there is one more letter that I would like to. Yeah, for example. Yeah. Yeah has this shape only when it's at the end. At the beginning or in the middle, it will have just like the ba, but with two dots. Does that make any sense? So, like no. Yeah. So, yeah, we can include it, in fact, with the ba, ta, tha. But they decided to have a fancy look for it when it's by itself or at the end. Otherwise, we can group it with the first, ba, ta, and tha group. The good thing about this, way of teaching, once I teach you how to do this, you're not going to be left alone. There are a lot of other lessons coming to focus on each one letter by itself. But at the beginning, we need to give you as much as we can, where we can, make a comprehensive picture into how, or understanding at least, about the language. Let us write some words. Right now, it's the time. So the words I have that I would like to practice on. The first one is bait. Bait. Okay. Now, do you know what bait mean? Anybody knows what does bait? Bait means house. Okay. Bait. Bait means house. What are the letters in bait? From the sound of them. B. Okay. This ba. And ya. Bay. Right. Bay. Then ya. Then what? T. Bait. Ta. Okay. These are the letters separate as we used to do in last session. But we're not last session anymore. Now we know more. So let us write these down. So ba, what do we do with it? And yeah, it will be similar to ba, but with two dots, right? And ta, what do we do with it? We just keep it the way it is, but connect it from to the left, right? So ba here will become, right? That's the first one. And yeah will be like this one, two, and we connect it. And ta will be this one, two, and connect it. So this is bayt. 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 Bayt is house. If you look at these letters when they come up, you see there is a line.
Yeah.
That is where you know where you write the letter. Where does it sit on? So that's where they're supposed to be sitting. Generally speaking, like this, right on here, ayn. If we cut it, oh, you didn't know this one. So ra here, we connect it from here. We can just connect it from here, because ra does connect to the right. Now, let me see and introduce the letters that do not connect to the left. So, general understanding that all letters connect to the right and to the left except 6 of them. Those 6 are alif, right? What else? I forgot already. Okay. Dal. And since dal does not connect, dal doesn't either. So the one that looks like it doesn't. And ra. And since ra doesn't connect, zai doesn't either. And then what do we have? We have waw. Yeah. So these letters do not connect to the left. We can connect them. If you have a letter here, you can connect this way. You can connect this way, or this way, or this way, this way. Right? But we can't connect them to the left. They don't. And if you do, it will not be a good, a correct word. So. I'm going to keep this here and see if I can write other words underneath, such as Jabal. Jabal. Yes. Jabal. Jabal. Let's hear the letters. What are they? Jim. Jab. Jab. Ba. Jabal. Jabal. Lam. So these are the 3 letters. Can you try to write them down? Can you try to connect them? See if that. Yeah, I don't have to do everything here, right? And I'm going to write on my own whiteboard right here. So what do you think?
Close.
So that's on the top. That's how we separate, cut them down, and then this is the whole word, Jabal. Yeah. Lam here, if you notice, were you having a problem with that one? Lam, it will connect if it is at the end from the middle of it, and the bottom part will go below the line, below the level of writing.